Hey there everyone, here I am in the building on Tower Road, 980 Tower Road, and this building is pretty old. This building's been here for quite a few years, if I'm correct, maybe 100 years old at least. And anyway, so I thought, hey, I'll do a little walk through the building. This place is actually about to be torn down, and now you're probably wondering, why is this on my YouTube channel? Well, the thing is this building has been here for a long time, and it's actually haunted. I know, right? So anyway, here we go. I'm just starting in from the entrance here. So this place is pretty much a place there to teaching English as a second language building, as they call it, the TESL Center. And if you're wondering where I am from Halifax, Nova Scotia, Canada. And this is kind of along the lines of, and there used to be a library, by the way. Can't really see in there, it's too dark. Anyway, and there used to be another entrance. That's all sealed off as a storage room now. And there's a registration for the people there. Anyway, we'll head up. Yeah, we'll finish this floor off. No, actually, you know what? I'm going to go upstairs. So anyway, so this building is quite old. And this place is being torn down for a new building that they rebuilt, which is right here. This is actually next door. From here, it's a pretty big glass building. Haven't been inside it, but anyway, you can tell it's definitely big. So up here we got, okay, we'll just go right up the third floor. Let's see if we can get on the other side here. Anyway, so this place used to be an all-boys school. When the time period was, I'm not entirely sure, but also it's been many other things, such as a place for unwed mothers, and people would come and go here. And anyway, these used to be offices in here for what the building was until they're tearing it down now, but offices. Anyway, so anyway, get this. Anyway, more offices and place for lunch place. Bathrooms. Anyway, so the place where, when this was an unwed mother's place, there was, kids being born here. And anyway, whoop, there we go. Anyway, so we're coming back and around here. Stairs leading down. I don't know if that's unlocked or not. I'm going to take that way. Come back around. So anyway, so some of the people that work here, including my mother actually, she has many friends that work in here. She's made friends on the years, and anyway, more classrooms in here. Anyway, some of these rooms were, this corridor right here from this spot on was actually newly built. Back then this didn't exist until a certain time period. I can't remember when. but it was more modern. It wasn't, you know, originally built when this building existed. It was just an add-on. There was another add-on, but they tore that down there within the past year or two. Anyway, so we'll go downstairs here. Oh wait, actually no, we have yet to go down this way. Anyway, more bathrooms. Another stairwell leads down the first floor. And then office room, of course. Another classroom. And there's the stairwell that I was mentioning that leads up to the third floor that I said that I wasn't sure if it was unlocked or locked to come down here. Kind of freaky, huh? Just seeing how pitch black it is up there and you can't really see much. Anyway. And then we'll come back down here. Look at this carpet. They laid this like a few years ago, not too long ago. It was about maybe 3 years. Funky style color palette. I don't know that they choose, but anyway. So anyway, here's the entrance. There is where I started. That leads outside. And we come in through this way. Custodian closet right there. And of course, another classroom. Photocopier room. This was a classroom, but it's used for construction people for the last few years. For building that new building. And then we have a classroom here. And we have a cultural assistance place there for people who help out here as well. And right here, I totally forgot to add, this is a door to the basement. Anyway, so yeah. Anyway, so as I was saying before, a story. My mother actually was told one of the people who worked here got a call from some guy that said that he was actually born here, and he was just, I think he was trying to find his mother or something, or information on his mother or something. And anyway, so that was back in like in the place run with mothers and stuff like that. Now for the whole like ghost situation and stuff, many times things would be placed like at somewhere in the room. Like for instance, there was a glass figurine for a paper holder. Anyway, well, this woman went to like move that aside somewhere once, and then she was doing something for a moment, and she went to grab it, and it wasn't there anymore. It was across the room. And here we are. We got a thing here, and right up here is another stairwell. I remember just to come down here to show that. And of course, another entryway. And then here we are outside. So anyway, so what was I saying? Yeah, and then there was some oftentimes where somebody would be doing something and they would see like a dark shadow at the corner of their eye, and it wasn't a shadow because nobody actually walked by. Because when they thought it was somebody walked by, they would like look outside the door to see where the person, see who it was that walked by, and there was actually nobody there. So yeah, that's creepy. Anyway, we'll head outside from here, from our entrance. would show down to the basement, but it's not really anything too exciting. Just a bunch of brick walls and whatever else is down there. Okay, here we go. Anyway, so yeah, things would get moved around from time to time here and there without anybody else, you know, touching the thing and moving it. So here's the place out here. And there's the sign. Sorry for the blurriness. 980 Tower Road. Oh yeah, by the way, some of these are offices as well. These are offices as well. I forgot to mention that. There was another door I didn't show off. But anyway, so yeah. Anyway, one morning, and this happened within the past few months, there was a woman who went into the office building, or sorry, went into the building here, and one of the offices, that's hers, I'm not sure. All I know is on 3rd floor. And I can't remember which office it was I showed already, but anyway. So, this woman, she, what's the word I'm looking for? Go around the building here. So, this woman, so she went in and she started hearing a bunch of, like, you know, a little bit of giggling. I can't say a bunch, so I could be wrong, but she heard some giggling, like female giggling. Anyway, so here's like the what do you call it? Basement. See, not a whole lot of anything down there. They're basically saying that's the entrance. It doesn't have to be, but anyway, so as I was saying originally, so she heard some giggling, so she was looking around, she didn't see anybody around. Then she heard babies crying, and she was like, and she got terrified, she got freaked out because, you know, she knew, you know, the place was for unwed mothers at one point in its time. Yeah, some of this stuff was new. I think it was just mainly this is the main building. And, of course, this being added on to being new as well. But yeah, like this part here, yeah, I think that's just like the whole building itself. And I'm not sure if it was originally 3 stories or what. I want to say it was. I could be wrong, but I know it was 2 stories tall at least. And since this is the, you know, old building itself there, so it must be 3. But anyway, could be wrong. But anyway, so anyway, the woman ended up locking herself into her, what's it called? Into her office, and she ended up calling security. No, she waited till somebody came by. That's what it was. She waited for somebody to come by, and oh man, this is a little bit longer than what I originally planned on it. Anyway, so anyway, she waited for somebody to come in, is basically what I'm saying. And then she told them like what happened. And sometimes people say that they do hear voices, but yet nobody is around in the building. And that's not my mother, by the way, that says that. It's like other people and stuff. Also, my mother... Okay. Anyway, my mother also said that there's been what do you call it? Like at one point there, she ended up seeing somebody walk by, and she thought it was one of the workers there, and they had like a, I want to say like a flannel like shirt or a flannel suit top, and I can't remember what she said that they were wearing for pants or whatever, because she only seemed like mainly their upper body. That's what she was paying attention to. And the person went upstairs, and so she seen somebody, and she said and there was a guy here at the time named Sean, and she asked somebody, is Sean wearing that suit, you know, that he has, whatever? And they said no, he's wearing, you know, this suit or whatever. I can't remember what color suit this was. This was a few years ago when he worked here. Anyway, so and then she went and saw Sean a little bit, you know, about not too much later, before he left to go home from work from here, and he was like, no, I didn't have that on at all today. And so she was asking if, you know, if anybody, you know, owned that said, you know, flannel jacket or shirt or whatever, suit, and nobody, and everyone was like, no, I don't have anything like that at all, and or they weren't wearing anything like that day. So yeah, I know it's not much, and I know this has like nothing to do with like Creepy Canada, but you know, I'm pretty sure this place is haunted, because also, besides it being, you know, a home for unwed mothers, or a place for unwed mothers, and also you know, a school, an all-boys school, this place actually, we were told this, and we're not entirely sure if it's true or not, but we were also told that some of the bodies from the Titanic was actually brought here. If anything specifically was done with them here, I'm not sure. It could have been just here to like hold them off here until they brought them elsewhere besides the graveyard. I'm not entirely sure the information on that, but we were just told that some of the bodies from the Titanic was brought in from here, or brought into Halifax, and they used this place to bring them. So yeah, if that is true, some of those ghosts could be lingering in here today. And when this place gets torn down, I'm not sure if the ghosts are, what happens then. I'm not really sure. I'm not really knowledgeable on that stuff. But here's the new building. As you can see, it's, you know, very nice and pretty. But anyway, I'm just wondering if the ghosts will end up traveling from here to here. If that's true, then this should be interesting, that the ghosts are going to be traveling and keeping the people. Oh, by the way, that's 980. This is 960. So it would be interesting if the ghosts traveled over here to keep the people in 960 Tower Road Company from their transfer from 960. Or 980, sorry. I'm getting the numbers mixed up now. Anyway, so, you know, that's the end of my video. I thought I make this because, you know, this is a nice little piece of history, this place here. So anyway, I thought I'd take a little tour video for my channel, so, you know, it gives something, you know, for people to watch. Sorry, this was kind of done on a spur of a moment thing, and and I could have done a much better job than this, but I don't know if I would have had another chance other than tonight to get back in here to do this. So hope everyone enjoyed the video. And like I said, I'm trying still to see if I can find any remote way of getting season 1 of Creepy Canada on my channel for y'all to enjoy and watch. Keep commenting, you know, and, you know, I'll most likely reply back to you, and, you know, subscribe if you'd like to. And for all those that have subscribed, thank you very much, and I hope you're enjoying the videos. Even if you don't subscribe, I'm still hoping you enjoy my videos that I've been uploading for people to still watch. Thank you.